Hi, I'm Satya. I am currently in Dartmouth College. I am pursuing computer science and quantitative social science here, and I am from Singapore. On a typical day at Dartmouth, I usually wake up at around 9 a.m. and I have a few classes, mostly all in the morning. And then after that, I'll probably just get some of my friends and grab lunch at Collis, which is kind of like my go-to spot to get lunch. And after that, I usually try to get some work done in between at the library. And after that, I actually go to, I'm part of the CrossFit club, so I go to CrossFit with a few of my friends. And after that, I usually come back and I hang around with some of my friends. So I'm part of a fraternity here at Dartmouth, and so I usually hang out in my fraternity together with my other friends. We usually try to get some work done, or we'll go to like Main Street and grab some food there. Yeah, that's probably much on a typical day, I would say. So the reason why I chose Dartmouth was because I come from a city and I really wanted to experience college in a smaller setting, like in a college town like Hanover. And I feel like I got to do so many things I would not usually do in a city. I got to try things like rowing on the Connecticut River and doing skiing during the winter and a lot of different things like that, which has been really fun and eye-opening. And just getting to meet people from like all across the world coming into this really small college town, and it really forms a close-knit environment where I get to work closely with like professors and friends, and this has been a really enriching experience so far. Here we are at Anonymous Hall. This is where I take most of my classes for computer science and sometimes for quantitative social science, which is my other major. Coming into Dartmouth, I actually wanted to do environmental studies, and I took a lot of classes in that as well. But my interest kind of shifted towards computer science, having taken a lot of classes in that. I really got to meet and have like a really close connection with a lot of professors here, and my interest kind of shifted. But I also still have the flexibility of taking a lot of computer science, and I'm also thinking of doing a minor in earth sciences potentially. And so I'm able to actually kind of combine a lot of my different interests together here at Dartmouth because of the flexibility it offers under the liberal arts system. At Dartmouth, we usually have this core program where you have to take a few classes in different distributives, like perhaps like international studies or like philosophy and things like that. And on top of that, you declare like your majors as well, and you have to take a few classes to fulfill the requirements for your majors. And they're usually like different components like within your major itself to kind of expose you to like different areas within the major itself. And I'm actually double majoring currently in computer science and quantitative social science, where there's a bit of overlap as well. So you can take a few classes to fulfill the requirements for both these majors. And so there's also a possibility to do like a modified major. So let's say you don't want to do like a double major, you can always just kind of combine it with like other majors where you don't have to take the full range of courses required for that major. So there's a lot of like flexibility being offered. So I feel that from a lot of the classes I've taken at Dartmouth, the class sizes tend to be smaller, given that Dartmouth is like a smaller school than many of the larger universities out there, and that has really given me the ability to really have a really closer connection with professors. There's also this There's also this initiative called Take Your Professor Out to Lunch program, where you can take one or a few of your professors out for lunch or every term, and you can really get to like talk with them outside of the classroom setting, get to know what their area of like specialty is and things like that, which has been really nice. I've actually done that a few times as well, and I really gotten to know my professors on a much closer level. And I've also managed to actually do research with a few of them as well. So I got to do research last term with an environmental studies professor as well on mapping Chinatown trade networks in the United States, which was really interesting. And it really gave me an option to kind of put what I've learned in my computer science classes into practice, and like mapping out like the different trade locations and things like that, which I've been really grateful for. And there are also like a bunch of other classes I've taken, from like film studies to like philosophy, which I wouldn't have really taken it if not for like the structure of like how you had to take like distributors. I wouldn't really have taken those classes if not for the system here. I guess one really memorable class in particular was this class in the film studies called Special Effects. And that was like a completely new area for me. I've like never actually had any knowledge about it, but I got like so much out of the class. I got to watch so many films that I have so much appreciation for right now. And that was really such an eye-opening and enriching class. And there's so many other classes like that out there, which I'm excited to take in the future. So I'm here at the Life Sciences Center at Dartmouth, and I'm about to head into the building to have one of my classes for machine learning, which is a really interesting class where we learn how to build models and evaluate the models. So I'm about to head in there, and I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. So I'm here at my dorm. This is called the Thomas Building, and this area has a few other buildings here, which are all allocated buildings for the North Park housing, which is the house I'm from. So our school has like different housing system, and so people from different houses kind of live together. And so I'm living with a few of my friends who are from the same house as me at Thomas, and usually on every Fridays we have these North Park housing mixers. So we get like people from all these buildings coming together, and they have a lot of like food and music and things like that, and we do a lot of things together. So this is my second term on campus after doing almost a year of Zoom classes. So it's been just really nice being back and seeing everyone on campus. All the different years are coming together, and it's just nice to see like familiar faces and new faces and getting to meet new people. And there's also, this is the fall term, so there's a lot of like fun activities like berry picking and pumpkin harvesting and things like that I got to do with my friends already. So it's just been nice like getting to do these things again from having done them in my freshman year and going back home and having this huge break and just doing them back again. It just brings back a lot of really nice memories, and I'm just really happy to be back on campus with my friends. So, well, taking classes on Zoom from back home in Singapore, there was like a 12 hours difference. So that was really hard for me because I had to take my classes really late into the night. One of like the difficult things about Zoom was like not being able to like get together with your friends to work on homework together and things like that, which I thought might be a drawback, but I still managed to make it work through like a Zoom. So I got to meet a lot of new people via Zoom as well. Which was great, and I think it was really nice like being back on campus and getting to meet these faces I just saw on like a Zoom screen here in like person, and I got to like meet these people in real life and like really go and have like meals with them and get to know them better outside of like the small screen I saw, which has been really awesome. I would say the best thing about Dartmouth is there's always something new and different to do, given like that the seasons change from like winter to spring. There's always like new activities to do for each of these different seasons. And I guess like the most surprising thing was like, I guess having like people from like like all across the world coming together in this like small community, I guess it just really gives you such a diversity of like opinions and like experiences which all come together in this place, which has been really eye-opening. One advice I would like give to people thinking of like coming to Dartmouth or like studying abroad would be to really just keep an open mind about things like these, and I feel like keeping an open mind will really allow you to appreciate these things a lot more and getting to expose yourself to these like new places and experiences and people, which has been such an enriching experience for me, and I'm sure it will be to anyone who's considering taking that path. So if you like this video and you would like to know more about colleges, like and subscribe.